Hi, this is Kimberly Grace, and I want to thank all my listeners for continuing to follow my story, A Cop's Crossroads with Love. I want to give an extra special thank you to my paid sponsors, Tom, Hank, and Teresa. Your support means the absolute world to me. There are no words to express the true depth of my gratitude. Now, let's continue with part 7. Cassidy held her breath, trying not to gag on the awful pungent smell. Her nostrils begged for a reprieve from the repulsive scent of wet socks left out in the rain. It was clear to Cassidy that Detective Landry had mixed two of his musk colognes, creating a horrible concoction that should never be repeated. She cracked her window down and leaned her head as close to the opening as she could. Thankfully, Bill Landry rambled on incessantly and did not notice what Cassidy was doing. In fact, she probably could stick her whole head out the window like a dog, and Bill would have no clue. His obliviousness to his surroundings made Cassidy question his merit for being a detective, but as if right on cue, Bill started listing his lengthy track record of accolades. Not to brag, but I've solved over 30 cases in the past year. Of course, it's much slower here in Haven, but with this crazy thief on the loose, who knows how many more cases will spawn from this. Yep, it's all just getting started now. Cassidy bit her lower lip to keep from talking. She was in no position to talk back to her superior on the case, yet she had never wanted to punch someone more than she did Detective Landry right now. His arrogant way of demeaning others grated on her soul. Even though she knew Carlos was guilty, her stomach churned uneasily at the way Bill Landry spoke about him. He was still a person and deserved a fair trial regardless of the incriminating evidence. Detective Landry rained down judgment as if he were king of the law, and that did not sit well with Cassidy. She had taken the oath to serve the public with moral aptitude in mind while upholding the laws to the highest standard. Instead of encouraging Detective Landry to expound any further, she decided the best tactic was to switch subjects. Did you call the landlord to let him know we were coming? Bill sighed with exasperation, as if he was about to explain something to a toddler for the millionth time. He drummed his fingers in irritation on the steering wheel. Yes, of course. This is not my first rodeo, remember? Jack Harrison knows and is expecting our arrival any minute now. We would have been there already if you hadn't taken the time to talk to the roofing company owner. Honestly, Burns, I don't know why you waste your time with him. There are plenty of more accomplished men than that guy. Obviously, I, for one. But sorry, you know the office no dating policy. Cassie rolled her eyes internally and suppressed a laugh that was building inside of her. There had never been a need for a dating policy until Cassie joined the precinct. The only reason for its creation was that too many of the single men kept asking Cassie out. She had had the most awkward conversation with the head of HR, and he sheepishly drafted the clause. At the time, she hadn't minded the suitors too much, but was definitely relieved for it now. There was no way in hell Cassidy would ever go on a date with Bill Landry. After trying to remove that asinine thought from her brain, Cassidy replayed what Detective Landry had said about the landlord. Jack Harrison? Had she heard the name correctly? It cannot be him, she hoped. I'm sorry, did you say Jack Harrison? Yes, Jack. Jack. Harrison. Har. I know how to spell his name. Well, gee, Burns, I thought I had to spell it out for you since you made me repeat myself so many times. Or maybe you just love hearing me talk. He gave her the most flirtatious smile and winked at her. The sick feeling was starting to bubble up again, and this time Cassie had to lower her window all the way down. A sharp blast of wind hit her square in the face. She didn't care one bit, though, as the air was refreshing, and she gulped it in a welcoming gasp. She knew they did not have long until they were at the Ramirez apartment building. Cassie's mind spun as she had not heard the name Jack Harrison in ages. After running into Jacob this morning, it apparently was turning into a Haven High class reunion.